All in your face.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Guys are on.
There we go. Good to go. Look at that red button. Big news today.
Huge.
Big news today, man.
We lost us a legend today, man.
Man.
We lost us a legend today.
Man. Indeed, man. Indeed, man. How you feeling? Where were you at when you found out?
Bro, my sleeping pattern's all bad, man. I be up to about 2-3 in the morning for no reason. I'm pretty sure the news probably broke at like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, so I was in my bed. But I kind of wanted to sleep on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I was laying in my bed. That probably would kind of kept me up a little bit longer. I'm just like, dang, Stoops really gone for real? Yeah. But I remember seeing somebody tweet and said like the official news would come out. It'll come out in the morning. So I'm just like, man, let me at least try to sleep something off real quick.
Right.
Before they make it actually official. And then when I woke up to y'all, but we in the group chat, me, you, Blake, JoJo, and Ben.
Yep.
And then I seen y'all boys texting about it. So I'm just like, yo, this for real. Like, Coach Stu's gone for real. So that's pretty much how I found out, man. What about you?
Bro, I woke up this morning. Was it I think it so I was home, so I think it might have been a text too. But then I was looking back, I went on Twitter, and then obviously I went on X, Twitter. Seeing when I think I just typed his name. I was randomly searching something, and it said like 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago. I was up at it's like 7 o'clock. So that put it around the mark, which what you said happened probably like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But bro, I must admit it, man. I ain't think like it was gonna hit me how it did. One, I didn't think. I guess I didn't think that it was gonna go down. I didn't think it was gonna happen. But
I didn't. It's crazy, bro. Because I tweeted yesterday. Cause obviously the fans are mad. They wanted him out so bad. But I tweeted yesterday. I was just like, based off his post game interview after the Louisville game, you would think like he was good. He was just like, man, it's a 0% chance I'm gonna walk away. Like I'm gonna be here. So I just thought like, okay, we at least will have him. Hopefully he can go in and kind of retool the coaching staff, like keep him at the helm, but like have like a different type of coaching staff around him. But I want to address like bullying works.
Bullying works.
Bullying works. When you have these major Kentucky networks going around trying to push a narrative to kind of get them out there, they hosting these spaces where like hundreds of fans are tuning in, and a lot of them are just leaving negative comments. I know a lot of them are probably emailing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Miss Barnhart got so many emails like, man, he need to fire him. And it was just, it was just after the Louisville game, it was just so much negativity that I was seeing on my timeline to where like you kind of force Barnhart hand to like, man, you got to make this change when you got like people threatening, donors threatening that they're not gonna put in the money. You got 20,000 plus fans saying that they're not gonna show up to games next year, and recruits decommitting and whatnot. So it was kind of like a change had to happen. It was just something that we couldn't. It's just something that we couldn't let drag into the offseason with Transporter coming up. You know what I'm saying? Signing day coming up. It was just something that I guess that just needed to be done. So like I said, like bullying works. Bullying works.
Bullying works. And even me as a player, what you saying that I see. I agree 100%. I didn't like. I love obviously, we love our fans. We love the fans, they love the game. But I didn't realize how much like influence, like up until this day, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, and like I said, I didn't know that it would affect me in the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, man, like I really feel it. And I guess it's, because we obviously we got a direct tie, to the program. So, really got, blood, sweat, and tears invested into the program. But I didn't realize how much influence like the fans had. Obviously, they've been voicing it, they got these shirts, like you said, these major sports networks. But what they were doing, like they one with that, they're creating a narrative, but then also, and then as a player now, fan, whatever we are now, looking at like one, I understand. I understand. Like as a fan, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm done I'm just saying me as a fan, like say I'm done investing into I ain't buying no hot dogs, you know what I'm saying? When I ain't going to the game, I ain't buying no hot dogs, I ain't doing nothing that's funding them. But so I agree. So something definitely had to happen. Something definitely had to happen. I seen somebody tweet, there's like, about protesting, like protesting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kroger Field. And to me, I was like, that's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They heard him. Hey, the people in the seat, the people way high, they heard the people. They heard us little people down here. I'm stepping out, but yeah, they heard it, so this,
man, just imagine we came together as a society and we go after the government like that. I bet we'll see some change. It's like the movie Ants. Or no, is it the movie Bugs Life? I think it's the movie Bugs Life. So where like all the ants got together and realized that like the grasshoppers ain't really like the big bad as they is, because there was only maybe like 10, 20 of them. But it was like thousands, it was just 1,000 of ants. So it's just like they you know what I'm saying, they really got together like, hold on, if we come together, we can really have some change.
Right, that's right.
Like something really can go down, like we really can cause some change. So that's just initially what it came down to, where like everybody was just like, hey man, enough is enough. Which I was frustrated too, man, losing 41-0 to Louisville. Like that's just something that just can't go down, man. It's just I hate the way he went out, taking those big losses from Vandy and Louisville. That was like obviously like the worst thing that could happen. For you to lose big against Vandy and then lose big against Louisville, like not even put up any points, not even make it a ball game. Yeah. So I can understand like the frustration, because I was super mad, because that's just, especially Louisville, but that's just one thing we cannot lose to, bro. Like we could have went 1-11, but if that one win was against Louisville, we beat Louisville.
Come on now.
So I understand, like you were saying, like I totally understand the decision. Now I just hope that he can get his flowers. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to be looked at as these past 2 seasons that happened. So we're like, it wasn't the season that we wanted. But I wanted to look at it like him being, you know what I'm saying, the most wins in Kentucky history, the most SEC wins, most home wins, and 10+ win seasons, 8 straight bowl games. Yep. Just something that, you know what I'm saying, just him looking as a legend in Kentucky football.
For sure. No, he
gotta be looked at as that way.
And I feel like the energy, like just look at them on Twitter. I guess that's the biggest probably media outlet, where everybody.
Yeah, for sure. The main media where you can get your opinions off, to where it don't matter what you say or do. Elon Musk took over, he made it a point that like this is going to be the app where you can display your opinion on anything.
Yeah.
And not be penalized for it. But we grew up on the Twitter where you got in Twitter jail for tweeting too much or saying something crazy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Or we grew up in a time where you was able to text your tweets.
Yep.
The 404 number or something like that, where like back then it was crazy. But now it's just like you can get anything off, bro. You can get anything off, like
bro.
Anything off.
But I bring that up to say it seems like you said, you hope that Stoops can, he goes out, he's going out pretty much kind of like, but still, us remembering the good and not just
for sure
40-0, 41-0. I feel like we're just kind of on Twitter. I've been on Twitter since early morning.
I've been on that.
And it seems like the energy is right. It's like it seems, I see a lot of people, thanking them. We definitely put ours out there. We got some coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, there's Robbie. You got Robbie Hancock.
You got the full screen or you got the regular screen? You probably got the regular screen.
No, what I can see the comments.
Okay, I see it right here.
Yep.
Who y'all want to see? Okay, who y'all want to see? We're gonna get to that, Robbie. Good question. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna get to that.
just last wrapping up, wrapping up right there with Stoops, and then we'll hop in. They coming in.
They coming in. I love it. And we
but I think Stoops, he went out right. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his flop. Well, I ain't say he went out right. He did not go out right with with them losses. Not the way that we would have hoped for. But I think with integrity, you know what I'm saying? Like with integrity, he ain't bashing. He's done nothing but own everything that he's done. And I hope us as just humans, just humanity, you know what I'm saying, we can put that back kind of back in the atmosphere, and and he feels that.
I think a good thing he did, I don't know if you know this, G, he ended up agreeing to get his buyout over years. His buyout was supposed to be paid in like 60 days after being fired, but they came to an agreement to where like they gonna disperse it over the years to kind of put us in, to put us in better position. But that goes to your tweet, bro. I was reading your tweet before we got on. It goes like you said, like the integrity and just how he is as a man, how he cares about the program, how he cares about the players. Yeah. So for sure, man, great guy.
I agree. Yeah, for sure. Well, man, let's hop into it, man. They coming in. They coming in here.
So we got Stoops' props. He left us better than he found us. I thank him, and especially all you players for getting us where we're at. With that said, yeah, for sure, Marty. Shout out to Marty for your thanks for tuning in and giving us a comment. Yeah, 100%. Like you said, bro. Better. I know because I was a part of Stoops' first class, and I remember doing that whole recruiting process. Some of the schools that was recruiting me, a lot of them had pictures of the stands at Kentucky football, and I'm talking about it was nobody in the stands. Yeah. So their recruiting pitch to me was, man, you wanna go to a school and play in front of these fans? They're like, there's barely 10,000 people in the stands. So my response to them was, we're gonna get people to show up. That's the reason why I want to go to Kentucky. We're gonna fill the stadium up. So as Marty said, we came in and left it better than how I found it. And I'm pretty sure you know the same thing too, G. Growing up in Florida, I didn't know nothing about Kentucky football. I was a Florida Gator fan, so I just knew Kentucky was an easy dub on the schedule as being a Florida fan. That's the only thing I knew. When I knew Florida was playing Kentucky, I just know that was an easy dub. We call those stat games. When we was at Kentucky, when we went against the non-conference teams or whatnot, we called them stat games. So I just knew, like, growing up, I knew Kentucky was a stat game school. Yeah, I didn't really know too much about it, but Stoops, when I saw Stoops took over as head coach, I knew who Stoops was, a guy that coached with the Hurricanes, that 0-1 team with, with I want to say Ed Reed and them. Yep. And then what he did at Florida State as a defensive coordinator, I knew who he was. That's and right. How he came at us and was just like, yo, look, I'm coming in. Coach Stoops was looking to clean the roster out. I know when I got there, he probably sent out 20, 30 players out that wasn't tied into the type of culture he was trying to bring in. And I know his recruiting pitch to us was, you guys can come in and play right away as freshmen. You guys can come in and play right away in the SEC. Yeah. And that was something that really drew me in. So I want to keep the mic. I want to keep the mic in your hands. I'm gonna ask you a question real quick before we get off of that. Like you say, Stu, he got you to come in. He got you to come in. He gave you, come play as a freshman. In the SEC, compete with the best, compete against the best. Man, we're just reminiscing, reflecting on Stoops. Man, give me some, just some memories. You know what I'm saying? Just some memories, some of your best memories. That you had, that you can remember. Great, bro. So the one story that I got with Stoops that I could think of was this. This was probably the most player thing I ever seen a coach do for me. I'm talking about real player. Yeah. So I got my degree in agricultural economics, and I had three requirements. I had three requirements to get my degree. I had to do an internship. Yep. I had to attend 3 job fairs, and I had to complete a symposium. So around this time over the summer, you remember, bro, we stayed. This was 2016. We didn't go home during May. Remember, we stayed. Remember, it was only like a handful of us that stayed to work out, to get better with Coach Ed. So I remember leading into June in the summer, I really needed an internship. So I went up to Coach Stoops. I'm like, yo, Coach Stoops, man, I really need an internship as part of my degree. If I don't do it, I won't be able to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Is there any way you can help?
Yeah.
This man pulled his phone out and called the CEO of Central Bank of Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he had this man on speed dial.
Yeah.
He called this man. He was just like, yo, you know, I got one of my best players on the team needs an internship. Is there any way you can help him? Man, I'm talking about the man ain't even like take a second to answer Coach. So he's like, yeah, man, I got you. Let's set up a time. I'm gonna get my assistant to email him or call him, set up a time for him to come through. You know, we're gonna chop it up and we're gonna make it happen. And then this will make Coach Stoops real though. The last thing he told him, he was just like, you gonna make sure he get paid, right? Yeah. Mind you, we're not NIL players.
Yeah.
We was broke college students.
So no,
like we had our little stipends every first of the month, you know, but that went on to bills and blase. Yep. We had our swipes or whatnot. It's not like how it is now. So Coach Stoops is just like, you gonna make sure he get paid, right? And then he was like, yeah, of course. So technically my first job ever was that internship, which I was making like, I think he ended up putting me on like $12 an hour. Yeah. Which was good with me. I was making cash over the summer. Hey, yeah. G, let them know, when are we all brokest? Over the summer, we're making no money.
And think about it, the summer, we think of the summer now on the other side. The summer, that's when you want to do everything.
The summer is when you feel like you got number free time to do stuff.
And we broke as a joke. We ain't got
so the summer times in college was like brokest. Like we ain't making no money. Like it's kind of like teachers. Teachers get paid during the school time, and then with that summer hit, they ain't all their checks are done. No, nothing. They gotta wait till so yeah, bro. So that was like that right there was my number one Stoops story, because bro, I ended up going to Central Bank. I ended up meeting the CEO, bro. I'm talking about he on the top of the top floor. Like I'm on the elevator for a minute. Get off on the top floor, man. Man, office bigger than my house. Man, just fun time. That's my number one Coach Stoops story, man. What about you? I gotta flip it back to you, bro.
Man, that's we said when they dance at Grove Street.
Oh, when Trevor returned that block.
That Grove Street. That's always gonna be a beautiful memory, man. That Grove
Street gonna be a beautiful memory.
It took us forever to kick the ball off. That man, and because of that energy. And again, with the fans, that wasn't just, it just wasn't the team there, but with the fans behind us. Man, I think my best memories, I would say my best memories or best moments with Stoops were the times in which we would go to his house. Man, and I think the reason being so, because even like my tweet now, and man, I'm just, obviously sports and all this thing, but I'm all about the spirit, the spirit, the soul, man. So when we start, seeing Stoops, we go into Stoops' house, we see Stoops. At that time, we don't see him on the field. So at this time, he's just being, he's being human. He's being a husband. He's being a father. And you know what I'm saying? It's us just being able to get another side of him, and not just the, not just the coach. And granted, obviously we love the coach, but being able to see that other side of a person, man, it does, it does something that's warm. You know what I mean? Opens you up. So I would say, those are definitely some of the moments, some of the best moments, the off the field, the off the field type of things. And I think even with me just kind of saying that, even along with what you said, both of those not incidents, but both of those moments were off the field, and he's not gaining anything from it. You know what I'm saying? He's not gaining anything from that. You know what I'm saying? So again, back to his character, man. The man's character, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, major salute, coach. Like super.
Players, bro. Players, coach. I'm talking about I'm talking about if you want to hit top guys, if you a guy that's, you know what I'm saying, going to class, not a troublemaker, going to class, making plays on the field, doing what you got to do, Coach Stoops will let you get away with anything, boy.
Yeah, man.
He's so cool, man. He used to host meetings with us. He's like, hey, man, if you guys gonna do this and that, be smart about it.
Right.
Don't. And it's crazy because I got a chance to be around all the Stoops, and bro, they all like that. Like they just super cool, but they just all they care about is, like I said, you being a good man, you putting the time into your craft, you being a good player. Because ultimately, whatever you want to do, it ain't gonna be on no troublemaker thing, because you already showing good values as a man.
That's real.
So he's just like he's a guy that want to let you. He wants you, and ultimately he wants you to be you. He wants you to be the person that makes you. Be the person that makes you a great football player. Yeah. He wants you to, you know what I'm saying, be the best you can. Like we can call Stoops up. You know, I know many times like you don't hit Stoops up and he get back to you.
Right back.
And we ain't been there in years.
Yeah, man.
We ain't been there in years, but it's so many times you hit Stoops up like, yo, coach, want to do this and chop it up with him. Yeah, man. Like, bro, cool dude. Like I said, it's just funny. I'm just seeing certain tweets. It's just like, man, why y'all like why you care so much or why you this and that? I'm just like, bro, I'm not speaking from your perspective. Right. You only know him on Saturdays.
That's right. Exactly.
You don't know Coach Stu Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
You only know him on Saturdays.
Facts. That's real, bro.
He's a guy that sat in this house where I'm sitting in. Not this particular house, you know, it done got renovated, but this house, he done sat here in front of my mama and my daddy to convince them to get a guy from Florida to move 14 hours away from home. Man. You feel me, bro? For them to have trust, you know what I'm saying? For them to have trust in him that he's going to take care of their son.
And even that, bro.
That's the type of relationship. That's the type of relationship I'm speaking from. I'm not speaking from a guy that y'all only see 2 hours out the week.
That's right. Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Just nitpicking it all the bad. You know what I'm saying? But
which is understandable. Like, which is understandable. Like, we get it.
For sure, yeah, for sure. But just don't come messing with me because I put my opinion, you know, I put my unfiltered opinion out there. Just keep it to yourself. Right. Yeah, appreciate it. I agree. Nah, I agree.
Bro, we trust me, we get it. We're frustrated too. We're as players, we be mad. We be mad when we go out there and see dang, coach, you didn't get the guys ready to play this game. It's the last game of the season.
Come on.
You didn't give him one of them famous speeches.
Come on,
man. The time we beat you remember, bro, the time we beat Louisville when Lamar was there, that 2016 year, bro. It's a video out there. We was so lit. We was rapping the Meek Mill Dreams and Nightmares. We was rapping it so lit. He didn't even give us a speech. He was like, "Come on, y'all ready to play?"
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, remember that? He ain't nothing to talk about. He didn't even give us a speech. Like, man, y'all ready to play? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Facts, bro. Nah, that's good, man. That's good. And
they want to know. They want to know who we think the successor gonna be, man. We can tap into that.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Man, I'm saying, but I think well, the first thing what I will say without putting a name in it is I want somebody who done been. I want somebody who done been in the cleats. I want someone who can speak the language because you know what that's what we need now. It's a different era. If we can't be with the times, if you can't relate to these players, then it'll be this. We'll be in the same situation. So at this point, and even I know folk was talking about Mitch. You know, folk was talking about Barnhart too, man. I think, this thing need to be. You know what I'm saying? We need that. We need some energy in there. We need everybody, not just the head. I don't feel not just the head coach, but we need everybody on. We need everybody on that same page with the times. You know what I'm saying? Because if we bring in a new coach, but yet our AD is still back, you know what I'm saying? He's still hanging on to that right there. Then where do we go?
We're gonna be right at square one.
We're gonna be right at square one. And I see him throwing out what Hartline, Dan Mullins.
Bring in Hartline, bro. So the thing about Dan, he's a good coach, but he's a little bit on the older side. I think he's a little bit to order what we need, bro. I seen Florida do something that I desperately want Kentucky to do, and I tweeted about it maybe beginning of the season. They just hired a GM from I want to say maybe from the Jacksonville Jaguars or something like executive or something. He's been around the NFL, but now he's the GM in college. You know, I don't know if you've seen a couple of schools got GM. You know, Stanford ended up grabbing Andrew Luck at their GM. We're going college football is going into a professional sport, so we can bring in a guy that can know how to disperse the money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Know how to speak that language and be like, okay, we're going to spend here, we're going to spend here, we're going to spend here. I think that'd be huge. Let's start there. Let's
Right.
and then I was a couple of names I threw out was since past Kentucky Wildcat, like I would like to see Avery Williamson probably do that, or my boy Wesley Woodyard, maybe even Jacob Tammy. I don't know, just some guys that like know that just some guys that like you said that played that wore the cleats. Sure. Now to the coaching thing. So I'm not really too familiar with coaches, like the fans are. But I know like I would like a guy that's like in their 30s. I would like us to bring in somebody real young. So like you said, that can relate. Let me
I see his whiskey. His whiskey say Will Stein or Brian Hartland for coach, John Gruden or Jacob Taylor. Okay.
Was Stein or coach John Gruden, Jacob Taylor for GM. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like we gotta be able to have a GM. But back on saying, I would like a young coach. Like we can get a young coach in, that'd be a blessing. Like I said, a guy like in their 30s that can come in and relate to the guys, hang out with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Just a player's coach.
Yeah.
It can help in recruiting. Like you said, like you said, bro, I'm agreeing with you. We need somebody that can come in that can just relate to the guys, that know that like what the guys are going through.
Agreed.
Like we're, you know what I'm saying? We can't like you said, like with Miss Barnhart, he still got that old mindset to realize, is he willing to sit there and learn the new?
Right.
Is he there to, you know what I'm saying? Is he willing to sit there and realize like, okay, this is what we need to do to build this program up? Stoops laid the foundation down, but now it's like, all right, let's bring in somebody young that can, I'm gonna keep saying it, that can speak the guy language. I know a name get thrown on the Oregon OC. That's another thing. We need an offensive minded coach.
Will Stein. Yep.
We need to bring in Will Stein. We need to bring in an offensive minded coach. Offense first.
I agree.
Coach Stoops with defense, and then he had to bring in guys that you know what I'm saying, that can run the show. But he had his input here and there as a defensive coach. But we need to bring in an offensive-minded coach. We have a top 5 SEC quarterback, and we got a top 5 SEC quarterback coming next year.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure we can get the right guys, the right guy to come in and coach him up. Yeah. Ain't no telling he could be a top two SEC quarterback. He got all the mechanics to be a great QB in this league. Sure. But he needs the right coaching. Another name I want to throw out. I don't know. I saw somebody throw this out, but I would like this. Joe Brady. You know who Joe Brady is?
No.
Joe Brady is the offensive coordinator with the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. And has there been rumors about that?
I saw somebody throw it. I saw one person throw his name out, and kind of clicked me, because I'm just like, Cutter do have the size of a Josh Allen, and he's athletic enough. We seen that play against Tennessee Tech, so we know he's good on his feet.
Yep.
So Joe Brady should be a name that, you know what I'm saying, just give him a call and be like, what you think? Would you want to be the head coach at Kentucky? Like, real quick, like, look at our quarterback. He gives you a Josh Allen type of feel.
Yep.
You got college ain't like college was before. You would still kind of have that NFL feel. You still had that NFL feel.
Yep.
And there's like four Kentucky Wildcats on the Buffalo Bills right now.
Right, and
that could be a pipeline.
Yeah, nice.
Joe Brady could be a pipeline. Like, yo, we already got the cats here. You coaching that boy Ray Davis at running back.
Yep.
So it's just like, so that's a name that's a name I like people to look at. Joe Brady out there with the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Oh, he said Alan Smith. Alan Smith said Brady was on staff for LSU when Burrow was QB. See, stuff like that. That's good. Stuff like that, and that's very good. I don't know you.
Nice insight. Thank you for that insight.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Allen. What was that? Will Stein. So Will Stein, I got again early this morning. I'm kind of going down a little rabbit hole, and I like, I like the vibe that I was getting from him. Like, just like even with what you were saying. I'll say first, I am not I'm not too familiar with a lot of the candidates, again, as much as the fans are, but definitely looking into it even more now. But Will Stein, I know he coached he had Bo Nix over at Oregon.
At Oregon, okay, yep.
Yep. And
I think what else?
I'm not sure all the other quarterbacks that that came up under him, but what I saw with him that kind of struck my mind was how he was saying even kind of game planning, and like you said, he's offensive minded. I remember one of the big things that got me to go to Kentucky. One, obviously y'all was there, but Kentucky was branded as an air raid school. We are not
Right.
we ain't been air raid. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't done that. We had receivers, quarterbacks, we had all those things, but we've been one dimensional because I think I know we just been playing it safe, just playing
And
to
we
get
brought in some great backs in recruiting. I give them that.
and right and that we have done, but I think we've like changed. We molded our identity to that. It's like because we feel that we can't really throw, we can't throw, you know what I'm saying? We're just one dimensional. So I think definitely having an offensive mind, having an offensive minded head coach, they'll see that we got to score points. We're in the SEC, just running the ball, that ain't gonna work. So you know what I'm saying? We got to be able to put all these things together.
We gotta look like Tennessee, man. Tennessee, that's air raid.
Come on, man. Let's air it. Let's air it. And I'm saying we got great backs, so let's utilize them too. But let's use everything that we have. Let's utilize everything. Let's utilize everything that we have. Will Stein, again, kind of going back to him. What I really liked was how he was, kind of saying like how they were game playing, but he was collaborating with his quarterback. He wasn't just doing it on his own, but he was collaborating with his quarterback. All right, Bo. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you like in this? What are you comfortable with?
That matters.
And he said, Will Stein said this, I'm not on the field. I'm not on the field. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you making these decisions at the end of the day. So we need to bring out the best in you, and again with whatever else that we have.
This next hire is gonna it's huge, bro.
Oh yeah,
it's huge. It's huge.
Go ahead. And I want to say, even with you saying that was a thought that slipped my mind. I want to throw it out there real quick. I think it's even bigger than kind of almost what just happened, because we still have Cutter. We still got a quarterback, and Cutter is here. He's going here right now. If we get another coach that fumbles that, I think Cutter gone. Cutter leaving, and he at that point, why not? You know what I'm saying? So we need somebody to come in. We need immediate change. The years of building down the line, I think with where we are, especially with our quarterback right now, like we need, I would say, some immediate change. We need to see an immediate difference. I'm not saying an undefeated season, but there needs to be a distinct difference between what we've been doing to the new energy that's coming into the building.
And that starts, and I feel like that starts with the offense.
Yeah.
If we're able to see a new type of offense with the new coach coming in, like I said, Mitch Barnhart and them, their main focus is to be looking for young offensive-minded coaches.
Yeah.
And coaches in their 50s and up, 45 and up. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Or we got to see who they bring. Who are they bringing in? They bringing in a whole new staff. They clean it.
They're gonna have to. I mean, it's bro. To be honest, it's gonna be up to the head coach. The head coach ultimately picking decide who they staff at. You seen Lane Kiffin was trying to threaten he was trying to threaten the AD over there, like, hey man, if you don't let me coach, I'm taking all the players and I'm taking all the coaches. But then I think all the defensive coaches end up staying behind, and then all the offensive coaches end up leaving, which is kind of so that's a story for another day. But and then bro, I know a lot of the coaches on our staff had expiring contracts anyway, so a lot of them was out the door anyways.
True.
Their contract is up, I want to say, after this season, I think, other than Coach Bush. But I would like me personally.
Coach Bush.
Huh?
How long his contract was?
I think he had like one more year. I think his would have been gone like next year or something like that.
They need to be termed.
Yeah, so I think he's a guy that's gonna have to have a buyout. I could be wrong, man. These people know more than we do, but I'm pretty sure. I think he'll probably have a little buyout. But yeah, I think me personally, they got to clean house. Man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I should have said this when you my initial thought, but my initial thought really though was just like, dang, are we gonna be allowed back in the building? Like, are we still gonna be able to have that feel? I think that was my initial pick. I'm just like, when I go back to Kentucky, I'm thinking about like slacks and You know what I'm saying? And Coach Stoops and Coach Ed and them.
Yeah.
But it's just like, let's say everybody leaves. I'm just like, damn, are we gonna be allowed to be back in the building? You know what I'm saying? Are we still gonna be welcome with open arms?
Right.
That was initially my thought. I ain't gonna lie. That's initially. I was just like, dang, can I go back to my school? Like, can I go back to Kentucky?
Right.
Like, am I gonna be allowed? Cause it's gonna be new faces in there. Them people don't know us.
Yeah.
It's been the last time I was at Kentucky was 2016.
And
after this month, it's gonna be 10 years.
Yeah. And they say you're an alum. We should be allowed to do a lot of things, but it get, man, and that,
they don't know. These fans don't know the half. You know what I'm saying? Me and G been pushing buttons and trying to get our hands in a couple of things, try to help out here and there, but we always get pushed in the back burner. It's always like, man, we must rather have experience and this and that. We're just like, man, you can have like just little things is just having me and G go around and recruiting guys. And looking guys in their faces and knowing that, like, is this guy for real? Is this guy that can go on and carry the Kentucky culture?
That's where the game, bro. Everybody doing it, but Kentucky, because Kentucky's still in the old.
In the old. Like, we want to be able to, like, we gonna, like I said, we live right now. We putting everything on the button. Last year Louisville game, we went to Kentucky with a plan to where, like, Garrett and myself done built a brand here in Florida, where Garrett got a brand called Built No Faith, where he's mentoring and coaching kids, hosting camps as well too. We went to Kentucky with the idea of just like, yo, we heard the way you guys are hosting camps over the summer, where you guys are sent out a GA or something just to show face at camps and then go missing. Right. We wanted to host our own camps to be able to kind of like a satellite camp, to be able to go around, host camps, look at guys, move around, look them in the face, get to know them, and be like, all right, go back to Coach Stoops, just like, yo, Coach Stoops, we think you should go and give this guy a look. You think we should go and do that? We wanted to literally over the summer, they take our time to go out and host youth camps, high school camps, 707s, to be able to get the right guys in the building. Because ultimately it comes down to who you know. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to like G said, I know me coming out, if I get a guy that played the sport, my eyes are like this.
Yeah.
My ears are open. I'm just like, man, this guy been there, done that. And I know this guy. But when you kind of half-ass it in the sense of like, oh, you just hosting the camp just because it's just something that's been doing it for so long, then you kind of go and get the product that you're going. So those are just something small that me and G went out and asked the coach, just like, yo, allow us to just start here. We're not asking for a coaching job. We're not asking for a coaching job because that would get us to have to move everything we got to moving legs, which we don't have a problem with, but we knew at the time we wanted to start small. So we're just like, let's have alumni host camps. Let's have alumni go out and help you guys recruit. Because why not?
Why not?
Why not do that?
Why not? And again, everything that we doing that, it's like these are new ideas. Are y'all
just throwing ideas
anyway? Y'all got to recruit anyway. Why not allow for us? We in Florida, we in a hotbed. One in our backyard, throw a rock, and we'll hit X amount of D1 wide receivers. But instead of allowing that, there's shut it down. No interest.
Right, they be like, that sound good. Get back to, you know what I'm saying? Get back to us. And I'm just like, there's no movement, like
there's no movement,
or even to give us feedback to where, like, what you think we should do.
Nothing.
Like, how can we make it? Nothing. We didn't get nothing back. Nothing back.
It's
been a year now. It's been a year now. We did this last November. November 2024. We came at this idea. Restart a few times. The beginning of the year, didn't get nothing back, and it's just like we're literally just trying to help. We're around kids 24/7. 24. We're around great athletes. Because even then with Florida, man, when we was at Kentucky, we had like 25 guys, 20 plus guys from Florida. Man. Now you look at the roster, we probably got maybe 3 to 5.
3 to 5. There's no way.
3 to 5.
There's no.
And it's just like, come on now, man. We gotta have like it gotta be more diverse, man. Obviously, these kids now worrying about the money and whatnot, but if you can get guys, like I said, if you get alumni that's been there, if you can get, like you said, you got 2 Florida guys that left their state to go play in a whole state that we ain't know nothing about, to go and change the program to where it is now. Like, why wouldn't you want them guys to go around and help and bring guys in? We know talent. That's one thing we do know. We know talent.
We know that.
We know how to coach talent, and we know how to find talent.
Come on. And because we did it. And what I heard too, I'm in sales now. So that's a set, like even what you said right there. 2 Florida guys hosting camps going all around from Florida to Kentucky. That's selling yourself right there, because neither one of us, like you said early on, we weren't thinking about Kentucky, but we went out there, we saw the impact that we had immediately, as well as, Kentucky is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? From the, the people, like, we beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We bleed blue. But now these kids, when they see us, and a part of the reason that these young boys, they can relate to us, bro, is because, man, we still put our cleats on and show them boys what we say. You know what I'm saying? What we saying. We not just come, we ain't just come in, oh, I'm at the University of Kentucky, this is why you should come here. No kid is going to a university now just because of the name. No way. Them boys going for, obviously, they want to get paid. They want to get paid, first things first. But then also an opportunity. Then the opportunity.
Development. How you gonna develop them?
Come on, but as far as the name, like the loyalty, that I think that is far gone. Like the NFL. I remember the first camp when I was in the, who is it? Josh Bellamy. When I was with the Bears. That boy told me he was a vet receiver. He told me, he was like, hey man, he said, do not be loyal to the Chicago Bears, because the Chicago Bears ain't loyal to you. So you'll be here today, you'll be in Arizona tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the days of the loyalty, I feel like that's far gone. And even as a coach, hey, I understand the times that we in. I do understand the times that we in. So now mentally, I'm being there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm preparing for that. And even as us, we can relate to these boys. Like, hey, bro, like I know you want to go get paid, but on the other side of that, like, are you going to? They giving you this right here, but when you get there, are you going to play? Because every snap that you not playing, your stock is dropping. That's what it's going to now. What Coach Ed told us. What did Coach Ed tell us the last time when this?
The last time we told Coach Ed, he told us
in between the white lines. What
the people that's in between the white lines is how they making their money.
That's how they making their money. You cross them white. That's how
cross that white line, you getting paid.
That's it.
But it's like you, bro, you hitting it right on the money, man. You need guys like us to be able to relate that to the guys, though, man. You got, like I said, it's easy for a coach to come in and be like, man, you come in, I'm gonna give you this, and so I'm gonna promise you this, I'm gonna promise you that. But then you got guys like us that been there, done it, like, yo, look, bro, you come in, put that time in, giving them, giving them a little keys in here, like, man, how they can get better and what they can do and how they can watch film this way, and how can they get better with this drill, or how they can get better on this route, and how they can do better and all this and that. But it's just like you said, bro, it was just Kentucky kind of just still stuck in them old times where, like, me and you sat down on the phone for hours coming up with a pitch to come at the guy. It wasn't something that we woke up like, yo, let's go talk to them. This was something that we literally got on the phone. It was on the phone for hours. It was just like, yo, gee, this is the type of pitch we're gonna come at them with, and hopefully we get some good feedback.
Yep.
But like you said, we did that, and like it's been a year now, and then look where we at. We don't lost Stoops, and now it's gonna be a whole brand new style that coming in, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm hoping. I feel like we definitely gonna have to show face, show face there, just because it's like, man, that's a good thing. And again, we don't want nothing. We don't want nothing just to, just to continue to help, develop, bring these guys and just being an extension of what's what we already have. So again, man, my hope for this thing, man, this shit rolling, man. We definitely need that energy. You know what I'm saying? We need that new energy, some energy that's ready to change, some energy that's gonna be creative. You know what I'm saying? We got creativity sure. on and off of the field. This is where we gotta be.
Man. Nah, man. But I think real quick to wrap things up, I think we need to just address some things real quick that I wanted to address some things about, you know, say my real reasoning on leaving Kentucky. I feel like it's the perfect time too. I know over the years I kind of been so I kind of been playing around with it because I didn't want to ruffle no feathers. You know, so there was still people in the building, and I didn't want to start none. But I was just like, since it's going to be a new slate, you know, so we might as well go on and just lay it all out on the table. Because you know, I always get the number one tweet I always get is just like, man, why you still talking about Kentucky football? You transferred out. You wanted to what they're saying? You wanted to go win a championship. You wanted to go do this and that. And I'm just like, I can't really, you know, so I couldn't never really give them the real reason why I really left the building. I mean, why I left, you know what I'm saying, why I left the team. But, you know, I had my respect for my guys. You know what I'm saying? We knew what we was going through around the time. So, you know, we might as well just address that real quick, and then, you know, we can end it that way. Just to get, you know what I'm saying, just to give them a, you know what I'm saying, just a feeling why I left. But, man, I want to start by saying, I just want to fast forward to, you know, my last season there. You know, I was a captain on the team. I felt like I was a leader of the team. I did everything right. You know what I'm saying? I was never late. Always first in line. We always putting in extra work. You know, Coach Ed and Coach Hill can contest to that. We was always in the weight room trying to get extra work, trying to find ways to get better. Watching Ocho Cinco videos, doing drills and stuff like that. But going into that year, man, I know Grant took over. Going into that year, I had high expectations of myself that I wanted to accomplish that year, just because of but it was at Kentucky. I remember that, like I said, that was the year where we didn't go home in May, did the whole summer, and then went into that season. So I just felt like it was just a lot of time putting into that season where like I had high expectations going into that year. So, man, so I remember, obviously G was right there with me. So I remember we used to always practice plays. Like we used to always practice these plays in practice, but they would never get called in the game. Man, like they would literally never get called in the game. So, you know, I'm a hold myself accountable. So there were times where I sat out during drills. You know what I'm saying, we both did or whatever. I can speak on me. I sat out doing drills where, like, you know, coach was just like, man, Joe, what you doing? And I was like, man, I'm not finna practice these plays if y'all not finna call them in the game. Yeah. And that's literally that's literally what I was doing. So, Coach Merrill. So what people don't know about Coach Merrill at Kentucky is he was kind of like the NFL liaison. He was the guy that all the NFL teams went to first. So in a sense, he had our career in his hands, and he would literally like tell you that too. Like he would make jokes about it, but he'll literally tell you like, man, he just made jokes about it. So I remember during this time where leading up. Say it again, brother.
I got one for him too.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You know, G gonna get his spill. So, man, leading up to the Mississippi State game, we played Vandy. I kind of sprained my MCL during Vandy, and then we had a bye week. So during that bye week, we practiced. Coach Stoops, being the real coach that he is, called me to his office and just like, yo, Jeff, I'm gonna sit you out during this bye week practice. Like, don't practice like heal up. Just do rehab. Make sure you're doing rehab. So that whole week I do rehab. Leading up to the Mississippi State week, that Monday coming to practice, I got back right now, ready to practice. I come in, I'm not starting. I'm not on the depth chart. So I remember going back home, talking to G, and I'm like, yo, G, if I'm not starting by Thursday, they gonna hear me. Yeah. Remember me telling y'all like that. I was like, hey, if I'm not starting, mind you, I've been labeled as a starter. Like they already know I'm a starter. So I was just like, if I'm not a starter by Thursday, they gonna hear me. We come in and practice Thursday. The ones go out there. I try to go out there. LT Lamar Thomas, he was like, Jeff, get back. Taven starting. So by that time, I'm hot, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm fired up. The game Saturday. It's Thursday. I'm not starting. So I'm just like, what? So we go inside. So we go inside the meeting room, and I let it be known. I told LT, I was just like, man, you the worst coach we ever had. You don't even be coaching us. You in here FaceTiming people. That's what people don't know. Like LT, LT really didn't coach us, man. We was coaching ourselves. LT was like, like I know we say we like to have player coaches, but he was too much of a player's coach. Like he was like trying to be too cool for school. Yeah. He used to FaceTime his friend during our meeting room. We got a big game leading up. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got a big game leading up. LT be in the meeting room, FaceTime his homeboys like, yo, look, God. He have his phone. He like, God, look at this. And I'm just like, man, Cole, what are you doing? Like, so man, Gino, who was our assistant receiver coach, he was the guy that was in charge of the film. He was in charge of our drills and all that. So I told LT, I was just like, man, you ain't even our coach, man. Gino, our coach, you ain't even our real coach. You just out here to catch a check. Man. So that line pissed him off to where like he tried to kick me out the receiver room. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm like, no, I'm not. I came here to get coached. We got a big game this week. I can't get coached. Man, get out my room. I'm like, no, I'm not getting out. I'm sitting right here. Yep. Like, nah, man, we going to Coach Stoops' office. My heart does so fast. I'm like, we go to Coach Stoops' office. Let's go. So we go to Coach Stoops' office. I said, yo, Stoops. I'm not starting. Like, what's going on? Like, why am I not starting? Like what's going on? Like, I'm like, man, LT trying me. I went up like a black person. Let's just say that. I'm just like, man, like Coach Stoops, like, what's going on? Like, he told me I'm not starting. Like what's going on? I'm the lead receiver on the team. Like, what's going on? Yeah. Man, Coach Stoops looked LT in the face. It was just like, hey, Jeff Badet is our star receiver. Like, he's starting.
Get out
man, bro. When I mean like LT flipped his whole script. He like, nah, Coach, it wasn't like that. I was just trying to. Coach Stoops said, nah, I'm not hearing none of that. Jeff is our starter. Long story short, Mississippi State ended up being my best game in my college career. I ended up having the best game. But let's go back. But let's go back to why. Let's go back to why I really transferred. Coach Merrill brought me and Garrett. Coach Merrill and LT after that meeting. Coach Merrill brought me and Juice in a meeting room with LT. He looked me and Garrett in the face and said, "I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you guys don't play a down in the NFL." That's what Coach Merrill looked at me and G in the face and said, I'm gonna make sure, like, I'm gonna do everything in my power that you guys don't play a down in the NFL.
Wow.
Was me and Garrett walked out that room and walking down the hallway, I looked at Garrett, I said, bro, I gotta transfer. Yeah. I say, bro, I got to transfer because he's gonna mess us up. And then ultimately it became that.
It's crazy.
When I went to the East West Shrine game, I'm talking to all the NFL scouts. Every single last one that was just like, I heard you was a bad teammate. I heard you was a cancer in the locker room. I heard you can't be trustworthy. Man. And I'm saying thinking like, hey, who told you that? I was a captain. Man. I went out to Coach Stoops labeled me as a captain going out for the coin toss. Right. So I don't think all those labels you putting on me, I don't think a captain won't make sense. So the reason why I had to leave Kentucky was I needed a new brand of myself. I needed a new set of coaches to sit here and be like, this is Jeff. If I would have had stayed, you know what I'm saying, it would have turned out to like, man, I'm not trying to be messed up, but it would have turned out how like you ultimately got treated, how Blake McClain got treated, you know what I'm saying, how all the guys in Florida got treated, where like you're a guy that went over 2,000 yards and over 150 catches in Kentucky history, where there's only 3 guys that did that. But you don't get a combine invite because you have a coach out there that's holding you back. Like, where you get that from? Like, where you get that from? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? It don't make no sense. It ain't make no sense. So that's ultimately why I transferred. I love Kentucky, bro. I believe, bro. I got my degree from there. When I have kids, I'm going to let them know that daddy played at Kentucky, this and that. I know a lot of people want to sit there and be like, man, you let Kentucky transfer. I didn't want to. Yeah. I wanted to stay one more year and let it hang. I ended up leaving. When I left Kentucky, I was like 15 on receiving yards. I wanted to be in that top 10. I wanted to be top 5. If I would have stayed one more year, I would have left top 5. Yes. But when you have a coach that literally have your career in his hands, I really didn't have a choice, bro. I really didn't have a choice. So that's just a long story short of like kind of like why I left. But I want you to let them know your senior year how you were treated.
For sure.
Real quick, bro, so we can end this.
And the fans, they showing you love right there, and pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I can't even see it.
Thank you, but yeah, but the staff, you know, but you know the staff, man, it's sickening. Sickening, bro. Man, going back to well, the first thing I'll say this right here. What many don't know, had the NIL, had the portal existed back then,
we would have had the most transfers.
We would have had the most transfers. Hey, because and again, BBN to the fans, to the state. This has nothing.
I see it now.
This This has nothing to do with any of y'all, but our future, our career. Again, like Jeff said, man, it was in another man's hands. It was another man's.
Yes.
Guess what? My senior year, when we had the what's that? You know, we had a little meeting when everybody come back. Everybody come back to the little, like the first meeting that we have, like the kick.
After Christmas break.
I skipped that. I'm back. I'm there, but I did not go. But I'm talking about they blowing my phone up. They blowing my phone up. My mama called. My mama called me. Or actually, when my mama called me is when I answered. Is when I answered the phone. But I told I'm not going to that facility. I'm not going to that facility because I just felt like they was playing in my face. And again, like yourself, it's like, man, it's like, man, like what's going on? Like I'm lead, you know what I'm saying? Like I just went for 600-700 yards. I work hard. I'm not causing trouble. I ain't doing that. Why am I
in trouble?
What why is this happening? Why is this happening? And it never made any sense. But I skipped the meeting. Long story short, the next day I come up there. I sit up there with Eddie Graham. Again, we running the ball heavy. I never forget this. He tells me that, well, first I was willing to transfer. I was like, man, if I got to leave to go play down, like, man, at this point, I might as well just do that. I might as well just do that because that's where I was at. Because I'm like, man, none of this stuff makes sense. None of this. I'm not just asking for the ball because I just want the ball, because I can make a difference.
Right. They know that. They know that. And
they know it. So it's almost like they try to hold it over your head a little. It's almost like they try to hold it over your head. So then Eddie Grant, he tells me that he said there's gonna be like a box, and they're gonna make sure that I get the ball X amount of times per quarter. Maybe 5, probably at that time, maybe 5. I think he's like 5 times, 4 or 5 times a quarter. Man, I may get the ball 3 times, 4 times
a game. And
it's still crazy to me, which is why like I speak with so much conviction now to the young boys. It's like, man, when you're talking about peace that surpasses understanding, I like, man, none of that stuff made sense. But to still be within, the top 5 leading receivers being put through hell, by our coaches, it's like, man, we was playing 2 different games. What most people don't know, we was playing against a game first against our coach, our own position coach, or the coach that's on the staff, and then the opposite team.
Yep.
It's like, man, it's insane. It's insane. And it's sick. It's sick, bro.
It just suck how we had to kind of put a fake smile every time we walked in the building. And even now, like, when I see Comero, I just know how he treated her, but I'm just like, I'm older now. Things already happened. I'm not gonna hold a grudge on anybody. You know what I'm saying? It happened, but it's just like it's still something that still stays in the back of my mind. I'm just like, dang, bro, like I wasn't, like you said, bro. The stats that me and you had in college, we are drafted guys. Man. Go back and look at our stats and look at the other guy that was in our class that got drafted. We had better stats than them.
SEC.
But it's just like in the SEC. But it's like when you have, like I said, an NFL liaison that goes in and can create any type of narrative on you, it makes it tough. But bro, I want you to drop the big ball, man. I want you to tell them. I want you to tell them about the East-West Shrine game. The fans didn't know about that.
Yeah, for sure that, like you saying, the stats, the yards, all these types of things, man. I find out. I can't remember what day it was. It's I believe it's definitely after the season. After the season, All-Star game time. And again, all this stuff is going on, and I'm not hearing anything. I'm like, man, I just went off. There should be something. I need to
2,000 yards, 150 catches. Not too many people doing that in the SEC, man.
And ain't no noise. Nothing's going on. So okay, get to the point now. Boom, I finally get the call, or I'm checking in now with Marrow again. Bro, I'll never forget. Oh my goodness, bro. We in a facility. And I don't think it wasn't even anything like he's like calling me into his office. It's almost like in passing. And when I see him, he's like, oh yeah, Juice, then he's like, Juice, come to the office. Nothing that was like set up by him. call me to the office. He goes in there and just kind of grabs something from his desk. Y'all, the man give me the invitation to the East-West Shrine game. The seal is already broke. The seal is already broken. The mail, everything is already open. I open it. I go to look into it to go to register.
Deadline passed. Y'all hear that? This man.
Deadline passed.
For the East-West Shrine game, mind you, I was at OU at the time. When I got my letter, they literally the day that the mail got to the facility, they put my mail in my locker. After practice, I went to my locker and seen my mail in my locker. And when I opened it, I saw that it was a deadline to agree to play in the game. So I was able to do the deadline. G, on the other hand, y'all just heard, Mero let the deadline pass.
Mail open.
He know the deadline. Mero knows the deadline.
Oh,
geez, he waited till after the deadline and told G, yo, G, come on, I got a mail for you.
What?
So G wasn't able to play in the East-West Shrine game with me. I was able to play in it, thank God, because I was at OU at the time, and they coaches are not like that. Like I said, the day that the mail got there, it was in my locker. And that it was supposed to be the same thing for G. When G got done with practice and whatnot, he was supposed to go to his locker and see the mail in his locker.
Come on.
That's literally how it was supposed to be. So G was missed out to literally go and talk to all 32 team scouts and whatnot to kind of build his brand, to perform, to go out there to play against the top athletes in the whole country. And then you have a guy, like I said, that was able to, like I said, he had our career in his hands like this, y'all.
Literally. Hey, and at this point, I was like, man, he did it to me. He gonna do it to somebody else. Man, this is crazy. It's crazy. And I'm saying what them coach, that's why you gotta have players. That's why you have to have players in the room. Because players,
because they know they can save you.
You come on, man. You get some of these. Just I ain't gonna call them no names, but you get some of these coaches right here, bro. That's just they playing. They all just ego. Everything is just ego and they pride at that point.
Man, you getting some love. You getting some love in here, man. Hey, we for sure gonna be back, man. But if it's open doors, we will be there. Even if it ain't open doors, we still gonna be there. Robbie said we should have came out with this a long time ago. Hey, Robbie, man, I ain't gonna lie. I really wanted to, man. But it's just like I didn't want to put all that on Coach Stoops. You know, he's building that culture, and it had nothing to do with Stoops. So I didn't want it to be a sense to where like he's got to get questioned that and stuff like that, and people going out and doing all this and that. Like I said, bro, I bleed blue. What happened, it happened. I want fans to know that, like, I know a lot of fans getting at me like, man, you left us. I didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to stick it out with my brothers. Yeah. I didn't want to leave, but it's just like when you got a guy that's sitting there and be like, he gonna do everything in his power, and he did that. I didn't get to combine anybody that we deserved. I ended up going undrafted. I think I was the first guy to run 4.2 to go undrafted. Just imagine me running 4.2 at the combine. Like that would have set, you know what I'm saying? And my guy ran a 4.3. I mean, just imagine G running the 4.3 at the combine. And what we did on the bench press and all that stuff. Like, but again, man, it's past us now. I just felt like now was the perfect time to come out and share this story with you guys. I know it's been a long time, but now the truth is finally, now I can hopefully stop getting tweets that, you know what I'm saying, that man, you transferred and stuff like that. Like hopefully those tweets can stop. I'm just like, I don't want to. I just stopped by, so it's Stoops fired. Yeah, Stoops gone. Connie. He been gone for a couple of hours now.
Yeah, Connie.
Because you're the better man. I know Stoops wouldn't have done that to y'all. He's a stand-up guy, whole season ticket. Yeah, man, Stoops. Hey, this got nothing to do with Stoops. Nothing. Yeah, Stoops, when I was transferring, Stoops literally sat there and was just like, hey, do you need me to call out any schools? Is there any schools you want me to call out and stuff like that? And I was just like, man, I just knew the type of player that I was. Like, no, so I'm good, because as soon as the news came out, I felt like a 5-star athlete. Yeah. I got hit up from every school in the country. But yeah, man, that's just our spiel, man. That's just our spiel of what our time at Kentucky. But knowing that no matter what happened, man, we still bleed blue.
You said it best, man. You said it best, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
We'll be back. You know, we'll definitely be back. You know, plenty to go around, plenty to talk about right now. Hey, it's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hey, major love.
Hey, appreciate you, Derek. Hey, that game was live. G went crazy that game.
Come on.
He said the UK U of L game.
Oh, that was the one.
Hey, we gonna see y'all again. We gonna hopefully have some cats on. You know what I'm saying? Get their reaction, and it's just pretty much hope for the best.
Yep.
What I knew hiring. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's an offensive minded coach, and then we can light up the scoreboard. That's really what I want to see. I want to see Cutter go out there and throw for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
It's been real. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate y'all tuning in and leaving the comments.
Yes, sir.